We got Jason with us here today. How's it going, Jason?
It's going good. How you doing?
Pretty well. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Um, I guess I came from Orlando, Florida. Went to Olympia High School. Pretty good high school. Was on the track team for a little bit, and now I'm just a business major, doing my thing, finance. The classes I'm in right now, one of them's equity. I like debt. These are some good classes that I'm gonna learn some real life applications for.
Great, thank you very much for that. All right, so first I'm going to tell you my idea in general, and then I'm going to ask you questions relating to the market, all right?
Okay.
So my idea is protein shakes infused with THC oil. The reason I think that this is a good idea is because regardless, after a workout, people are going to take their protein, and the anti-inflammatory effects of the THC oil can also help reduce the swelling, which is like has to do with the soreness the following days. Um, and the reason I think that the THC should be used as opposed to other anti-inflammatories is because
It's
things
natural.
like Tylenol and Advil, they have been shown to actually clot blood if taken before or after a workout, and this has not been shown with THC. So just
Wow.
overall, do you think that there's a market for this?
Well, of course. I definitely think there's a market for this. Is it when you take it? Does it get you like the high that
It
you?
does.
It
So
does.
we're gonna vary. Well, what would happen is we have to vary the dosages to
Okay.
like meet the demands of what the people want. But
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think there's a market for this. I mean, obviously, people take protein after they work out. So if this protein was infused with THC, I think be a lot more enticing to many people. Uh, I don't know how much more expensive it would be or any of the specifics, but it definitely seems like there's a market for this. I mean, I would cop it. I would get it, and I'm sure I'd love the product and want to get more in the end.
all right, so let me ask you a question. Do you currently work out?
Of course, yeah.
And so after your workouts, you're sore.
Mhm.
Now, when you go about trying to find a supplement to counteract that, so let's get away from the THC oil right now. Let's just talk about protein in general. How do you go about finding which protein to get?
Well, that's a good question. Um, Usually, I would research online, Google it up a little bit, try to find which one has the most calories, protein per serving, and then just based it off that, seen some reviews from other people, word of mouth. Also, asked my friend who's a personal trainer. He knows what he's talking about sometimes, and then I'd go off that, and I'd probably get the protein after a day or two of researching.
Okay, great. And so what quality of or what characteristic of the protein is most important to you? Would you say like the quality, the brand, the price? What's like the deciding factor in which?
I feel you. I have to say the protein to calorie ratio would probably be my determining factor in purchasing a protein powder.
Well, if you look at a lot of proteins, they're going to have very similar protein to calorie ratio. So, what's like the next thing? Do you go by like a trustworthy brand?
Okay.
Do you go by price?
Um, I'd usually go by word of mouth by that time to taste what they would describe and if they saw results off it. So just reviews from other uh, purchasers,
So
consumers.
for you personally, price isn't really the most important factor.
Correct. I guess you can see that mostly because all protein powder is similar price and it's all around a $20 ratio, like $20 range.
Okay, so it's not going to fluctuate that much depending on which brand you actually get.
Yes.
Okay. Um, so how do you actually purchase your supplements?
I ordered it online.
You order it online?
Yeah, definitely. Go through
Why?
Amazon or something. Just have the most variety and a big diversity and the best. What's it called? The best quality protein powders I've seen. Even GNC. And I don't really, and also GNC is always a hard place to find around the neighborhood, and it might be a distance away. But Amazon, I'm about waiting a few days to get it in the mail. Even so, it'll just be a better quality. Yeah.
Is there anything else that goes into the factoring how you pick your supplement? Is there any other major factors?
Did I say taste already?
Yeah.
But taste is also a great factor. Yeah. Um, hmm. No, it's really just the protein, the calorie, and the taste.
And when you look for this calorie ratio, are you looking for a high calorie to protein ratio or a low calorie to protein ratio?
Um, I'm kind of looking for a lot of proteins and a lot of calories. So it's kind of just it'll be a low number, but I like a lot of calories in my protein.
Okay, so I guess that is kind of factored or tailored to the consumer's goals in the
Mm-hmm.
gym. So people who I guess are trying to lose weight would look for a lower ratio to have
Mm-hmm.
less calories with the same amount of protein, and someone who is trying to gain mass would obviously do the opposite and trying to get high calories. Um, so let's say you order your supplement from Amazon, you get your supplement. What makes you decide whether or not it was a good or bad purchase?
Um, it's hard to say. I mean, right away, I'm not gonna have that much regret because I'm sure the bottle looks nice. But then first time opening it, trying it, it's all gonna be based off the taste. And then after a few weeks, it would take a little time until I actually realized like if there was an improvement in my body or an extra weight gain or something.
So you keep bringing up this taste factor, but similar to the price ratio where it's all similar, do you not believe that the taste is relatively similar between protein brands?
Between brands, yeah, but not between tastes. And some brands don't have all the same flavors that I like.
And what flavor would that be?
Well, I like a bunch of different flavors, but it's not. It's limited to the few of chocolate, cookies and cream. Uh, I'm gonna have to go with I like the cake batter flavor, a little bit of Oreo sometimes. Maybe I also like. I've seen one time a beer flavored protein. It was kind of disgusting, but I saw it. It was there, and but my favorite overall has to be the cookie batter mixed with the cookie butter. I just like to put that in my shake also.
Got it. Now, how much does the actual style of the supplement, the way that it's packaged and formatted and labeled, the whole 9 yards, how much does that play into your purchase?
I have to be honest, it really doesn't. But like, if it does to you, I guess you might be more of a person that goes for the brands and not the quality of the protein powder itself. I mean, if the colors on the cover really make a difference, then I guess you judge a book by its cover.
Well, you don't think that a brand that puts a lot of effort into their marketing and really attempts to put the best label out there, get their name out there, you don't think that that's going to subconsciously tailor some people's decisions?
Oh, it'll definitely tailor some people's decisions. I'm not agreeing. I'm agreeing on that, but I'm not the one to do that. I look on the nutrition fact labels on the back, and
But how do you decide which nutrition? So you go on Amazon, you type in, let's say for example, whey protein, and you get a list of 30,000 supplements, right? How do you decide which ones to even look at? You don't think like, oh, this one looks cool. Like I've heard, you know what I'm saying?
now the first thing I do, you already started wrong from the beginning. The first thing I do is use Google. It's my best friend. I use it like my right hand man. He's a great guy, Google, and when you tell him what you want, he usually shows it to you. And then I just check Amazon after that because Amazon's got the diversity and the quality that I'm looking for.
All right, great. And then one last question: what is the biggest thing that makes you say, "Wow, this was a bad purchase on my part"? When you get protein,
The second I get it, or like a week's
let's
after.
let's hear both. The second you
Well, I
get
mean, obviously, the second I get it, I've been talking about the taste. So if it tastes disgusting, if it tastes like peanut butter. I don't really like peanut butter in my protein powder, but I like it on the normal. But if it was in there, I wouldn't like it.
Okay, now what about long term?
Long term, it'd have to be if I didn't gain any weight, if I didn't gain any muscle that was apparent, and if I didn't really get stronger.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Anytime there, Jared.